Peace. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about being addicted to the moment versus living in the present. Now, they sound similar. We talk about being in the now, being in the moment. But what is being addicted to the moment? Or I would say addicted to a moment. What happens is that life is free. Life is unlimited, boundless, inexhaustible. But then you have consciousnesses or entities that have come along and defined life. They have took life, they have packaged it, they have encapsulated it, and they distribute it, they define it, they certify it, they verify it for massive consumption. So it's nowhere near organic, it's nowhere near real, it's nowhere near true. They tell you what a moment is. They define a moment. Now, you can see this with your holidays. Your holidays are pre-packaged, pre-created moments in time, moments in the future that people live to experience. They want to clone these moments. They want to repeat these moments. These holidays, these artificial situations have defined what a moment is. It's beyond holidays though. Every aspect of your life, your moments have been hijacked. You are not living in the present. You're addicted to moments. A lot of people trying to recreate moments, relive moments, get the perfect moment. You ever heard of that? The perfect moment? Who has defined that? Who has created that? Who has given them this template for the perfect moment? They're not in the present. They're not embracing infinite possibilities. They're trying to chase moments. Not the moment, but they're looking for moments in time. They want to find a particular moment that was marketed to them. See, when you look at advertising and commercials, they sell moments. And you buy the product by way of embracing the moment that the product is supposed to provide. You want the moment, not the merchandise. The merchandise is a conduit to the moment. Movies are prepackaged moments. If you sit through the whole movie, they've already designed it and scripted moments for you to be sad, moments for you to be happy, moments for you to feel joy, because you identify with the actors, with the roles, with the script, with the narrative. You're guaranteed to experience and have these particular moments. They've told your psyche, your consciousness, your emotions what a moment is. That is a deep level of control when you can define what a moment is, because a moment is like life. So if you don't get these moments, if you don't have these particular moments, you don't even consider yourself to be alive or to be living. So now you're chasing moments. You're addicted to a particular type of moment that you feel like this actor had, this character in this role had, that they told you you're supposed to have. You're chasing that moment. Some people call that moment a relationship. They call that moment romance. They call that moment love. They call that moment but it's just a moment that you're chasing of how it is supposed to look, how it is supposed to be. And if it's not that way, you're bored. You're dissatisfied. Time and space as it perpetuates with you and it means nothing to you. without those moments. You need to have that moment. You need the moment. You're a moment addict. They designed these moments and told you that this is a moment, that is a moment, that is a moment, and that's not a moment. That's empty space, that's nothingness, that has no value, that's irrelevant, and that you are supposed to be a slave working from sun up to sundown in order to guarantee that you will have these particular moments that have been marketed to you and presented to you. Your whole idea of a vacation is a moment. A weekend off from work is a moment. Your time off is a moment. Going out is a moment. You are chasing moments. But you do not live in the present. You're not in the now. You're trying to overlay the programming of what defines a moment and overlay that and equate that and weigh that to your present. And you wonder why you're sad, why there's sadness. You wonder why you're unhappy, why you're depressed. Because you're chasing a moment. You're living out of someone else's narrative. You're not even present. You're not even here. See, when you become enlightened and you wake up and you become conscious, every moment becomes that moment for you. Every moment has that depth. Every second, all time and space becomes that moment. Not one that is defined by somebody else. Not one that gives you permission to be free or to be happy or to smile or to laugh. Every moment becomes that moment. Every moment becomes profound. There's great joy, great passion, excitement, fulfillment. Every moment becomes that when you wake up. And that's what they call bliss. That's what they call nirvana. When you actually wake up and smell the coffee of life that is there. You're not running off of their program reality. You are what I call smelling the coffee. Smelling the blackness. Living in that aroma of awakening, of knowingness. You ain't been there before. You've been trying to catch moments, chase moments, duplicate moments. You've been using somebody else's moment template, and you've been equating your life experiences to that moment to see if they add up. And if it's not that moment that they presented to you on television and advertisement and through commercials, spread through word of mouth, if it's not that moment for you, you're bored. Nothing's happening. Nothing's going on with your life. You're depressed. You're sad. You're melancholy. Nothing's happening for you if it's not the moment that they told you was a moment. The moment that you were supposed to have. If they had not defined the moment for you, you would be free. But now you're a moment chaser, but you're chasing that moment that they gave you. What they told you was a moment. The FDA approved moment. The inorganic moment. You've been chasing that. You've been trying to set that up. You've never awakened to life itself. You've only been asleep and in your dream chasing someone else's moment. A moment that benefits someone else. It's very temporal and very temporary, very fleeting. Some people say, well, you just live check to check. They live moment to moment because the consumerism that comes from having the check amounts to a certain degree or a certain amount of moments that they're going to have with how they consume. What consumerism is going to guarantee them and is going to grant them so many moments. That's why they believe money buys happiness. Because money buys prepackaged moments. But the moment is short. That's why it's never fulfilling. The money's gone. The moment's over with. The present, though, is here. It's rich. It's compacted. It's always full. It's always abundant. But it takes the awakened entity to see into the present. It takes the third eye. It takes a being situated in a truly awakened state to see the present, but to live from moment to moment. That's what the sheep will do. One moment to the next of how they told who to be, how to be, when to be, where to be, and what's okay to be. That's the sheeple. Chasing someone else's moment. Like a drug addict trying to get the same high that they got last Christmas, that they got last 4th of July, that they got last Juneteenth, that they got last Halloween, that they got last Thanksgiving, that they got on this child's graduation, and that they did at this baby shower, chasing how the moment is supposed to be when I went out last time, and when I went out with this person, and when I went there before, and when I was with them, those, and they, there. Want that moment. The moment of their 20s, the moment of their 30s. I want to go back to the moment of my 40s, the moment of my 50s, the moment of when I was a teenager, the moment when I was a child. I want to get back to, I'm chasing the moment. I can't live in the present. If you're bored and you're unhappy, it's because you're not living in the present. You're chasing moments. Your mind have been hijacked by someone else's paradigm that tells your neurological and biochemical self when that is okay to experience this or that joy or this or that happiness. It's like it's rigged. They've told you when you can be happy, when you can be sad. When you can go and define a moment for somebody. When you can define what a moment is, you have defined life. And television and advertisement does that for you. They specialize in defining moments for other human beings. And when you don't have a moment, you try to live vicariously through other people's moments. And that's what reality TV becomes. That's what this over-consumerism, this over-mental digital programming and this social media, you're trying to vicariously live through the moments of others. Because your life doesn't even feel like a moment for you. You can't appreciate the moment. You can't appreciate the present yourself. You need something to go with it. That's why people take so many selfies. Because it's not even a moment if they've shared it with someone else who can validate it. Someone else who can tell them, oh yeah, you having a moment. Yeah, that's a moment. Moment chasers. They can't live in the present. They can't accept the present as it is and realizing that it is a moment, it is the moment, it is the moment right now. Break the programming. This is your moment. This is your point of awakening. This is rich. This is reality. This is the abundant universe that you're standing in right now. Stop chasing moments and become present. This is it. It's right here. You've made enlightenment a moment. You've made consciousness a moment. You've made consciousness an event. You've made waking up an event. You've made waking up a moment that you're chasing because you're not here. You're not the awakened being present. Stop being addicted to moments. Some people are addicted to negative moments, meaning they can't get past trauma. They can't get past the negative narrative that they have created around their experiences. They can't let go of negative situations and past relationships and past events and circumstances. They're still in those moments. They're addicted to living through those moments, and they let those moments define the rest of their reality. Those moments now filter out the rest of their life because they're addicted to those. They can't let go of those moments. They can't let go of that moment. That moment is over with. This is your present. You must let the moment that was the past go and stop chasing moments that somebody else designed and told you that this is how it is supposed to be and this is what's valuable and this is what life is. This is your moment.